Absolutely woeful. Absolutely woeful. Sums up that game. Leeds 3, Chelsea 1. And where do I begin? First 5 minutes didn't even look like we got out for the game. Didn't even look like we were prepared. Nobody looked like they was ready, warmed up, sloppy. Leeds come with some intensity where they just closed us down, made it difficult for us. We're up for it. They treated that like a local, like a derby, not a local one, like a proper derby. They treated that game like they knew what the rivalry was about, just like we treated the London derby last week. I mean, all that effort against Arsenal, to play well against Arsenal, to cause them all sorts of grief, to get ourselves in a position where we start to think, you know what, we're actually doing something here. We might be in a title race. If that is a title race, it's over in a week. But we knew this was going to happen. And this is what I was saying on my stream last week, that I knew that there's no point saying we're in a title race because we are inconsistent. We've been inconsistent throughout the start of the season. I actually don't think we've had a good start to the season. I still stand by it in terms of how we've actually played. We've only just recently turned it around and started playing decent football. And then we go and do that. That is probably the worst performance I've seen in 2025. That 45 minutes was a disgrace. An absolute disgrace. They score in what, 5 minutes? From relentless pressure, just pressure, pressure, pressure. We look wobbly at the back. Some awful decision making from Maresca today. Honestly, what was that back four about? When the team, I knew he was going to rotate. Don't get me wrong, because I thought James needed a rest. I thought Fofana needed a rest. I thought Cucurella needed a rest. I thought Neto would get a rest. So a lot of these players that I knew weren't going to start, I kind of prepared myself for this anyway. Obviously, Caicedo, we knew Santos was going to be playing today because he got himself sent off like an idiot last week. Didn't expect to see Esteval start, and I'm not going to lie, I thought it would be Garnacho and Gittins, and one of them would have been playing on the right. Didn't expect to see João Pedro playing. I thought it had been Delap and Palmer. Enzo, Santos. I thought Gusto would have started on the right, and I thought it would have been Badiashile and Chalobah, and maybe Hato on the left. Just to, rest Cucurella, rest Reece James, rest Fofana. But we go with Sanchez in goal, Cucurella at left back. He don't get a rest, so he's just run his heart out again today. Don't think he had the greatest of games. I don't think any of them played well today. Don't get me wrong. I don't think any of them played well. Cucurella left back, Badiashile, Tosin Adarabioyo, who, I'm not going to lie, has been shit all season. So I don't understand why he's got a chance and why Josh Achimpong hasn't. If I'm him, I'm looking at that going, you know what? Yeah, dead this coach, because I ain't getting no game time. If I ain't starting over in front of that guy, what's the point of me being here? I'll be talking to my agent tonight going, get me out of here, man. Yeah, nah, like, coach don't trust me. I'm not getting any minutes, and I'm not playing over this bum. He's been shit all season and I can't get on the pitch. Like, what are we doing? And then Chalobah at right back, awful decision. Play Gusto or play Reece James. Don't put centre back at right back because he offers absolutely nothing. This ain't Chalobah's fault, by the way. I actually thought out of all the players, Chalobah was probably one of the better. I relied on him a little bit more. He was on the ball quite a lot at right back position. He had a lot of grief down that side. But when you look at the formation and the setup and Leeds formation, 2 up top, and then they're playing 5 at the back with a wing back. Wing backs had acres of space. Goodmanson was just given the license to just roam that whole game. Here, have the ball. And Chalobah's just getting pulled in, pulled out, pulled in, pulled out. You don't know what to do. And then when we're attacking, he's offering no help at all. You will go, right, Chalobah's starting at right back today. So automatically in your head you go, well, he ain't overlapping, is he? He's not going to knock a ball to Esteval, give him a little 1-2 and overlap it and then whip one in the box, is he? No. He's just going to pass to there and stand there. And that's exactly what we saw. No help at all on that right-hand side. Felt sorry for Esteval. He was getting absolutely bullied today. He got absolutely bullied. Every single time he touched the ball, smash. Didn't get any second on the ball. And he's got to understand, he's got to get used to that, because that's going to happen to him week in and week out. Now that he's got this hype around him, now he's being touted as the next big thing, they're going to target him. And Leeds targeted him today. And then he had no support. He had to try and do things all by himself today. He made a couple runs, messed up a fair few, messed up a few passes. To be honest, he didn't have a good game. And rightfully so, he got subbed off at half time, because when he kicked out for that yellow card, straight away I was saying, get him off. I don't like that. I don't like seeing that petulance. After all the nonsense that we've been going through with our discipline record, and he goes and does that. Surely the manager's surely he's bringing them together saying, guys, you've got to slow down with these yellow cards and these red cards. Like, what are we doing? Just use your common sense and use your brain. And then for him to do that, obviously he gets hooked to half time. Maybe that's the reason why. And fair play to Maresca if that is the reason why, because I'd have done the same thing. Get him off. Gittins on the left-hand side in that 45 minutes, he might as well have been playing right wing back for Leeds. Every time he got the ball, he started bombing it down the other end towards Sanchez. Only once I saw him go down the byline and cross the ball in and didn't beat the front post. So negative. João Pedro in the 10. Was he playing the 10? Where's he playing? If he's playing 10, sit in the fucking 10 position. I saw Enzo on the right-hand side in the middle, and he's trying to find someone to pass to. And João Pedro is left striker. Like, even I was questioning, have we just matched their formation or something? Are we playing two up top here? Because João Pedro is nowhere to be seen in the pocket. Like, nowhere to be seen. And when he did get the ball, useless. Absolutely fucking useless. Didn't do anything today. Zero impact at all. Like, zero impact. Hold up play. Shocking. I'd love to see how many complete passes he's done. Do you know what? The one time that he was in the pocket, he slid into Delap. And Delap had a chance, and for some reason decided to hit it with his right, like outside of the right boot. Like, what is that? Delap, another one that is frustrating me. I'm not seeing anything. I'm not. And do you know what? I was a big advocate for signing him, because I wanted him here. Young player, he can learn his trade here, and he will come good. But I'm not seeing anything, and this kind of makes me right. I said in the summer that we should be signing a key striker as well, not just going for Delap. Go sign a big name striker. And that's proving me right. Because I'm not seeing anything. Not seeing anything. That middle as well, I felt sorry for them. They were just carved wide open. I don't know whether it was the Leeds formation and the two strikers dropping in. You'd see one of them drop in on Santos, so you never got, he was never free. Just rattled us, but we were not up for it at all. It's like we put all our effort into Arsenal last week, but these players didn't even play. This is what gets me. These players didn't even play. First goal, corner, grated up. Sanchez can't do nothing. Delap loses his man on the edge of the box, gives him the free roam, and then they had a second corner, does exactly the same fucking thing. Tries to run after him, just gets blocked off. Got to do better there defensively. Drogba would never have that. He would never had that. He would win that header. The amount of headers Drogba used to win in our own box to clear him away from corners. Second goal. Honestly, what a strike. Tanaka, what a strike. Sanchez had no chance. No chance was he getting to that. That was hit sweet. But why has he got so much space? They attacked him with like 4 men. And somehow our 2 midfielders are closer to their goal than our goal. How did that scenario happen? How did they end up having 4 on 3? And Tanaka has all the space in the world to just wallop one in the back of the net. 2-0. We go into half-time 2-0 down. I'm saying at half-time, we've got to sub every single get all of our subs on. Bring on Palmer, bring on Reece James, bring on fucking Augusto, bring on Garnacho, bring on Neto. Just honestly, fucking shit. Second half, we come out, we bring on Neto for Esteval. And then who else did we bring on? Was it Garnacho? Well, let me check. I can't remember off the top of my head now. I've lost my head. I know it was Neto. It was Gusto, wasn't it? Yeah. So Neto for Gittins. No, let me start again. Neto for Esteval, and it was Gusto for Badiashile. So again, I didn't understand why Maresca kept on tossing. It was shit that from minute one, and he left on Badiashile. Now Badiashile weren't having a great game either. The only thing I can think, well, the only reason I think he done that was because he's thinking, right, he's just come back. Ben's just come back from injury. I've played him 45 minutes. It's time for him to come off. He might be managing his minutes. I hear that. Can't blame him for that. But surely you're looking at Tosin and going, you, mate, are a liability. And you have been all season. And if I don't do something here, you're going to cause a goal. He was shocking. Neto comes on, instant impact. You can see it on the right-hand side, doing very well. Gittins finally takes his ball past his man and decides to cross it to the back post. Neto takes a touch and smashes it in the back net. 2-1. We think we're back in it. You know, the second half was a little bit better. We was attacking more. Leeds had stopped the pressing so much. We had more time on the ball. It looked like we'd started to have control of the game. What happens? We have one wobbly spell of about 5 minutes, not it wasn't even 5. It was like 2 or 3 minutes of wobbly moment of them. Actually, scrap that. Before that, they had the ball in the net before that. Mecha scored. Little scramble in the box. Can't get it away. Keeper spilling it. And he just smashes it into the goal. Luckily, offside. But yeah, as I say, we have another little wobbly moment. Gusto manages to get the ball back. Passes to Tosin. Dilly-dallying on the ball. Gets closed down. Tapping for Calvert-Lewin. Sanchez is getting up moaning, saying he had 2 hands of the ball. You didn't. You had no control over the ball. It's not your fault. I can't blame you for that. The one thing I will say about your performance, Sanchez, is your distribution today weren't great. Again, that's 2 games on a trot. Your distribution ain't been that good. And 2, I don't think you made people feel comfortable today. When we was passing out the back, I don't think you was very comfortable on the ball. And I think you can sense that. And I don't know whether that's because you know that you've got Tosin in front of you, who's a liability, or you've got Badiashile in front of you, who you know has a little wobbly moment every now and again, or you've got Chalobah in front of you, who hasn't been, has had his moments. I mean, he's been brilliant recently, alongside Fofana. Clear as day, Fofana's our best centre-back. Clear as day. Tosin, bang average. Badiashile, maybe I'm being a bit harsh on him. This is his first game back properly. But playing that combination today, incredibly. How like he's watched this Chelsea team, yeah, and he's played Tosin and Chalobah together, and he knows it just doesn't work. It don't, and to put him right back, couldn't believe it. Second half, a little bit better, but at 3-1, even I just lost interest, man. Cole Palmer came on, missed a good chance, sitter really. Garnacho came on, done very, very well, in my opinion. When I say very, very well, that's me overhyping it. It weren't very, very well. It was done well. Beat his player, created an opportunity for Palmer to tap it in, and Palmer missed the target. But he looked active on that left-hand side. But, mate, defensively, shocking. Midfield, shocking. Too much space. Tactics, shocking. Manager, shocking. The whole game today, terrible. And as it goes for title races, over in a week. If you thought we was in a title race, over in a week. Look at Villa. Villa, 2-0 down, just come back and won. Came back and won it 4-3. So, I've said it before about mentality. But then we go and put in a solid performance against Barcelona where we absolutely batter them. Then we put in a solid performance against Arsenal where you're looking at them going, you know what? You're actually showing some mentality. You're showing, what it means. This is a London derby. You're smashing the players. We like to see that. You're giving it to them. You're up for it. You're making it difficult for them. And then we go down to 10 men and we make it our problem again. And it just seems like we're throwing it away. And this is the problem that I had with last season. Dreadful December. First game in December. The curse of December strikes again. Not only that, the curse of Elland Road strikes again. 2 curses in one night. 6 wins in 49 games at Elland Road. That is probably the worst stat I've ever read out for Chelsea. It's got to be. I can't think. If anyone's got a worse stat than that, put it in the chat. Because I haven't heard of another stat in our history that's as worse as that. And I'll be honest with you, I never knew it existed. I didn't know that it existed. I thought we normally had a good run against Leeds. Clearly not. What a horrible stat that is. And it just continues. 2 curses in one. Great start to December. Next game, Bournemouth away. Honestly. Don't know what... again, now I'm back in that mode already. Don't know what Chelsea we're going to get. It doesn't take long for the good feeling to go. Because there's ways of losing. And if you lose like that, where it goes from one extreme to the other, everything falls back into place. Smashed Barcelona. Incredible performance. Played very well against Arsenal. Didn't get the win. Disappointed. But then you go and play absolutely shit and lose. So there's a lot of questions to be asked today. I think Maresca's got a lot to answer for today. I'm not pinning it all on him. He made some terrible decisions today. He's got to hold responsibility for that just as much as the players. Players, dreadful. Dreadful today. Are we really saying that our team is propped up by a few players? Caicedo being the key. Reece James being key. Fofana being key. If it's me, I'm Maresca, I'm looking at them centre-backs and I'm going, you're just not cutting it. You're just average. You're really average. I mean, and then I see Fofana in there and I go, look at the difference. Look at the difference. And he's making you look good, mate, Trev. Do you know what I mean? Feels like we're getting somewhere and then it's 10 steps back. That's the feeling for a Chelsea fan. Now, Arsenal fans have been talking shit all week about us celebrating a draw and all that. No, we never celebrated the draw. We was happy with the fact of how we played to get the draw with 10 men. We were disappointed we didn't win the game. Do you know what? I can't even remember what I was going to say. Oh, my head's gone. My head's gone. My head is absolutely gone. Fried. What is that on my leg? Absolutely fried. I just can't believe that. I can't wait for the comments. Do you know what I mean? Just going to be reading it. I've been giving it all week. All week I've been giving it. But I even said this. I even turned around and said, watch, I guarantee we play shit against Leeds. And we have. Fucking have, man. This is what I don't get about this title race talk. We're just not there yet. We're just not ready. We're not ready. Like I said, it feels like we're going 5 steps forward and 10 steps back. When we feel like we're getting somewhere, showing a bit of mentality, showing a bit of quality, showing a bit of talent on the ball, even when we're missing some players, to turn that out is just dreadful. And it always seems to be the bottom of the league fucking relegation teams that we struggle against. Until we cut out these silly, unnecessary dropped points against teams that we should be rolling over, it ain't going to happen, guys. It's not going to happen. Got to be stronger than this. So it is what it is. Pissed off. Got to go again against Bournemouth. What day is that? Is that Saturday or Sunday or fucking never? Bournemouth on the 6th. When's the 6th? Saturday. So we play again on Saturday at 3 o'clock. I'll probably be on stream for that. I don't know yet. And then we've got a Champions League game midweek. And then we go again against Everton. So all of these games, you look at them and you think, you know what, we could do really well against these run of fixtures. Toughest one out of them will probably be Newcastle away and then Villa at home. I look at it and I go, it's December, mate. We've been here before. Same time last year that we fucked it up, and I think we drew against Everton, and then after that, just complete capitulation. We can't have that again this season. We can't, because we won't have a cup like the Conference League for us to prop us up on. We won't. Anyway, hit the likes, sub to the channel. I'm fucking out, man. In a bit.